Gesundheit.
Thank you. Shahlovsky. Wow. Put it on 3. Okay. And then we're speaking with Dr. What? Hold on. Do it again. Nope. Do it again.
Good morning and welcome to the day.
Good morning. Wow. Dr. David Rosenthal.
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 Rosenthal, yes sir.
Okay. Who's another Rosenthal? There's another Rosenthal out there.
Multiple individuals with, I'm sure, amazing histories. Amazing futures.
So we got Dr. David Rosenthal and the Sneeze.
That's right.
There you go.
Dr. Sneeze.
Dr. Sneeze.
Okay, so you guys actually had one of the best workout stations that I saw, because what your workout station wasn't actually working out; it was actually testing some mobility, eye-hand coordination, what speak.
Right.
Talk to us about that for a second.
Well, we use today what's called a synaptic sensory station, and it was developed originally. The technology was developed by Nike, and then when Nike decided it was in the shoe business, it decided to the engineers left, and they brought the technology over, reworked it, and what we did today is we actually tested 7 vision skills for sports.
Okay.
From just basic visual clarity, contrast sensitivity. Then we also looked at things like hand-eye coordination, reaction time, speed, things of that nature that we work with our visual system. So from that, we can gather information on each individual. Not only can we gather the information on each individual, but we can compare them at the level they're playing, at the position they're playing by sport.
Wow.
So we have a huge database that we can drive into and see how they compare to others in their exact same level. Or I could take that high school basketball player who wants to play in the NBA one day,
right,
and I can say, I could make him an NBA player, show him how his visual skills rack up to an NBA player. So that's the beauty of the synaptic sensory stations. We can do that, and from there we can determine, okay, do they need any types of therapy that or specific visual training activities that can enhance their skills, so that they have better visual spatial skills on the court. They have better hand-eye coordination, better reaction time, and so we work on developing those skills, and that's really where it pays the price to help these young athletes become elite level.
Wow. So the question is that let's say you look at someone's sports vision, and is there something that can be corrected? Is there a correctable thing that you can do to improve that?
There is indeed, because one of the most important things about vision is that vision is not just vision. Vision is input that we get from our entire world, so we use our taste, our touch, our sight, sound, and our smell so that we can be able to see. So what we can do is we can take a look at these systems, and if we've got a weakness in somewhere, we can test, for example, if someone has bad balance. If their balance is off, their vision is going to be off.
Wow.
If their vision is going to be off, then they can't get to where they need to be in space. So one of the biggest things we find is that where the body believes it is in space doesn't match where it is.
It might not be there.
It may not be. So the closer we can get those things, we mean that we can improve the overall efficiency of the brain. And that's basically what we're testing, is the brain. So the more efficiency we can look at. How do we look at efficiency? If the athlete has less delay, they've got a better speed and they're more accurate, we know they're improving. And we can take those metrics and we can use those to say, listen, you've got a weakness on this side of your vision, but it's related to your left foot. So let's start working on the left foot so your left vision works better.
Wow.
So we have ways of testing, not just here with the synaptic station, but breaking those things down into, is it balance? Is it coordination? Is it vision? Is it muscular imbalance? Let's take care of those things. Let's manage those issues. Let's get them to the right people and retest and watch our athletic performance go through the roof.
So you mentioned where your body is. You might not be. So you mean tell me I might not be here?
That's correct. You may not be there.
So I could be outside and I'm thinking I'm here.
You may be an inch over to the right, but if your brain thinks that it needs to be an inch over to the left, you will have spasms on the left side of your body to try to bring you over there. So if you've got consistent injuries on your left hip, maybe there's a relationship that your body believes it's over to the right.
Okay.
So if we can find that out, we can do balance testing to determine that.
So you can't. So with the naked eye, or you can't feel that with the naked eye. There has to be some testing to be done for that.
You can do it with the naked eye, and you can use machinery, and that's the beautiful thing about it.
I think we need to curve around because our bodies are not what we thought they were.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought we was in front, and we're really not in front.
That's
we're
right.
on the side.
So think about it this way, okay? If my perception of the center of their world is slightly off to the right, how am I going to run? I'm going to run off to the right.
Right.
I'm always run to the center. So if we find that's the case, how do we alter that? Well, obviously there's training techniques that we can do to help them reorient themselves in space.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Okay. So don't forget, vision is a learned process. We're given the ability to see, but the whole visual system, how it integrates with our body, how it integrates with our balance, that is a learned process, and we can teach it.
So seeing is more physical, vision is more learned.
I would say that's correct.
Is that correct?
I would say that's exactly correct.
Oh, did I make that up or
no?
Okay,
sorry.
And you did, and we agree with you.
Well, the customer's always right?
Always.
Okay, so how often do you take this? Do you take your show on the road, or there's a facility that people can come to that you can?
Well, my office is in the area here. It's in Plano, Texas, and we work with a lot of athletes. I'm the team eye doctor for several professional teams in the area and amateur athletes, even just kids playing high school sports. And we work with a lot of those folks. And our website is neurovisionassociates.com. Mm-hmm. And then I work closely with Dr. Rosenthal. He has an office over in Carrollton, and he can give you information on that.
Right, so I'm in Carrollton, Texas, and my website is drfunctionalneurology.com.
Okay, DR Function, that's easy.
It is.
That's easy. Okay, so what is the greatest improvement that you've seen, or someone that's really bad and you say, okay, this is what we need to do?
Well, I could think of a young guy I treated about 2 years ago. He was a hockey player, but we also discovered as we did his evaluation, he also had a lazy eye, which means he wasn't able to see out of that one eye very well. And so what we did, but he was really interested in becoming a better hockey player. Okay. So we started out with doing some visual skills for sports, and then slowly we started working on that lazy eye to the point now he has perfect depth perception. He has normal vision in that eye, and he also has improved dramatically as a hockey player. Wow. So that's just an example of it.
So I would have to say probably one of my best cases happened over this last week, but it started about a dozen years ago when I had a kid who was 8 years old, and his mother had called me and said, listen, I've got two different choices. I'm either sending him to jail or I'm bringing him to you. And so a dozen years later, he is now a student at Purdue University in engineering.
So he didn't go to jail?
He did not go to jail. Right? So it took us, a couple months to be able to get him in the place that he needed to be so we can match where he wanted to be in space. And in fact, now he's my chief investigator when it comes to preparing all the mathematics and all the analytics for all the research Dr. Shidlovsky and I are working on. So that's a long, long pathway. Right. For a child who was going to jail who's now an incredibly productive member of society.
So he does not go to PSU. That's Penn State University. Not that Penn State. Although,
so I grew up in...
I know which one you're talking about.
I grew up in Harrisburg, so I'm going to give you that
one. Okay, so what is the next step? What is the next phase of this whole process? Is there another phase, or because this is the stop?
Well, of course, we started with testing today, and that's always an important first step. But once you start the training process and we bring them in and we work on enhancing visual skills and visual balance skills and integration between vision and balance, vision and touch, vision and auditory, when we start doing all this enhancement, at the end of the day, somewhere middle of the way, we got to say, okay, are we improving? What areas are we improving? So we'll retest them, okay? And then we'll tweak the program and say, okay, now here's where we need to go from here, and we'll work on enhancing the skills that still need more work. And at the end of the program, we can say, okay, have we reached our goals? Absolutely. Okay, that's great. And what we'll do once again is to retest to see from where they were to where they're at. And then the cool thing on the synaptic sensory station that we were working on today is I can do a before, intermediate, and after test, and it'll show you the gains in each specific zone that they've tested.
Wow. What about yourself?
I would have to say really the next step is getting the educational information into the hands of the coaches and the parents. Because as soon as we do this testing, we can then give these children very simple applications that they can do to be able to improve themselves. We can tell the parents what kind of observations they need to make, and if there's therapy that they can do at home, they can do those activities. If they need to do those things in our office, or we need to find someone out of state or out of the country, we've got a network that can do that.
Wow.
And so the key is getting these kids to the right people at the right time as quick as possible.
Wow.
And that's what we're building.
Okay. We've been talking to Dr. Charles
Shidlovsky.
Sneeze. Shidlovsky.
Most people just call me Dr. S.
Dr. S. Okay.
How do you like that?
And then Dr. Rosenthal. we're still on. We will bring on one more interview, but I appreciate having you guys, and give us again how we can get in touch with you.
If you're in the Dallas area or really anywhere in the U.S., you can reach me by my phone number 972-312-0177 or my website neurovisionassociates.com.
neurovisionassociates.com.
And I'm in Carrollton, Texas, and my number is 972-322-2280, and my website is drfunctionalneurology.com.
drfunctionalneurology.com. Okay, we're going to keep it moving.